hear myself through my headphones. Yes, man. Like, I feel real good about this right now.
Pay attention, because you are now listening to Permission to Speak Freely.
That stuff true, man. I don't believe that dude out there, motherfucking. But how do we really know that, though? You know what I mean?
Matter of fact, he filed petitions. And Drake filed petitions for sure.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
man.
These sources are all like legit.
Most time they are, though. No shit.
Filed them joints for sure. Hey, so let's get into it. Hey, look, man, it's me and Damon, y'all. Y'all know how this go, man. It's me and Damon.
You already know what it is, man. I'm back, baby. CEO vibes, man. Let's go.
How long you back?
Man, I'm back for about a month.
Okay. All right. We might have to do some. Hey, for the listeners, I was thinking we about to go on a break, for the holidays. I don't know yet, but we might have to get a couple episodes and just throw some episodes out like we did last year where y'all might not get videos, stuff like that, because we do need to spend some time with our families. I was thinking we was going on a break. Also, this episode is probably going to come out like 3 weeks after it's recorded, y'all. So we probably going to be talking about some stuff that might be a little old to y'all when y'all hear it. Hopefully we can still have a fresh spin on that shit. And I cursed early. It's been a couple episodes, man. Hey, for the listeners, I don't know yet, but this might be an ignorant episode.
Hey, I'm here to tell you right now, man, I ain't holding nothing back, man. Let's go. Let's get it. I ain't been on here in a hot minute, man, so I'm ready. Let's do it.
It might be shenanigans. Hey, so let's go straight. Like, intro, look, is it too early in the podcast to talk about CPAP therapy? Is it too early or no?
It's never too early to talk about CPAP, man.
Hey, bro. So, I went years talking shit about dudes on CPAP, man. Right? I went years. Yo, I recently, I was having issues with blood pressure, so they recommended that I go, do a sleep study. Found out that I needed a CPAP. You know what I'm saying? So. The next test they did, and I'm like, man, I don't want no damn CPAP. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want no damn CPAP, man. I ain't getting my leg cut off, man. You know what I mean? So I went and I did the test. I was like, all right, now you do the test with the CPAP, bro. I do the test, and I don't know if I talked about this on the pod. I do the test with the CPAP, bro. And you know how much energy I had the next day? Like, I cleaned my whole house, bro. I ain't never had energy like that. You know what I mean? So then they all right, you need a CPAP. We're going to get you a CPAP in 2 weeks, bro. 2 weeks go past, 2.5 weeks go past. Bro, I wound up calling the CPAP people yo, where my CPAP at, man? It's nothing. Outside of Amari and getting married, it's nothing in life I wanted more than this CPAP, bro. I wanted this CPAP so bad. So they want to finding the CPAP for me. I got the CPAP. I now understand what y'all dudes on CPAP, the blessing that y'all dudes have received, man, because I feel so glorious now with this damn. Hey, sorry for the young sellers, man, but I feel so great with this damn CPAP, bro. Yeah. I try to use the CPAP. Now I got CPAP marks on my face though. I ain't even gonna front, but I try to use the CPAP as much as I can, bro.
Yeah, man. I'm with you 100%, man. So I've been had mine for a little bit now, man. But I tell you this, you do wake up with some more energy, man. And I'm here to tell you this, when I first got on the ship, right, I ain't really had no spot to hook the CPAP machine up at.
Oh, no.
No, I had to find that. Bro. And then, look, shouts out to the last, DC guy because I took his rack, man. This dude had a sleep. He had a machine, man, but he didn't put up additional little things on where sleep PAP machine goes, man.
Oh, the rest
he done built some stuff. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful for having that, man. I want to thank you, man. But hey, I just did some stuff, man. I had to take it down, which I'll talk about a little bit later, man. But here to tell you, man, the sleep machine is a lifesaver, man. And then it goes back to I was saying, I was just like you. I talked about all these old heads used to have sleep machines. I be man, I guess one day I might have one of those. Man, I got that thing, man. I'm so grateful to have that, man. So grateful. It's good stuff.
I'll be looking forward to going to sleep. One time the baby was crying real bad, and Angeline had her. I'm like, yo, you got her? Because I'm about to go to the roof. I'm about to go hook up. I'm about to go hook up. You know, people be all like, "Oh, well, what about that night with your wife?" I don't care about that. I'm hooking up. Like, I'm hooking up, dog. You gotta kiss me before I hook up, baby.
Same way. That's what I do every night, bro. That's what I do, man. I say, "Hey, it's time, baby. It's time. It's time, man."
You gotta kiss me before I hook up, dog.
Hey, man, I'm here to tell you, don't hear nothing. I'm gonna get a good 4 or 5. Cause I don't sleep like crazy, but I'm gonna get about 5 good ones in, though, man. Like 5 good ones in.
Hey, don't sleep on that CPAP. No pun intended, yo. Don't sleep on that CPAP, man.
For real, man. No doubt, man.
What you been up to, Brody?
Hey, man, I've been doing a lot, man. But we just went through InServe, man. Yeah, you know, so that's been a big deal for all the Navy folks. You guys already know what that is, man. We didn't do like we got the oldest aircraft carrier in the Navy, man. Like, I'm on that thing, man. So everything is older. But I think we performed, though, man. I've been on a lot of ships, man. And let me tell you this, man, the execution of our InServe from a DC standpoint is probably the best I ever hit, man. Like, from a execution. Like, no one was ever waiting. No one was ever anything. And then, like, you know, I may have been a little bit more involved than my division wanted me to be, but I just came from doing that stuff, man. You know what I mean? So I just came from going on ships. So I was in it, man. I was in it to win it, man. Like, let's go. I don't care. Let's do this, man. So I had fun with it, though, man, to tell you the truth. Like, we had some hiccups here, but one thing about InServe, man, this is one thing I preach about it, man. Your shit work or it don't work. I'm saying, like, InServe to me an easy day, and I was preaching that from day one. Like, push the button, man. You know what I mean? It's gonna work. It's not gonna work. So I had fun with InServe, man. So other than that, man, I just been out to sea, man. Like doing stuff, man. Like trying to make this place better than what it was before I got there, man. That's kind of how my whole mindset is every time, man. Is just trying to make it better. You know.
I have a question for you about InServe.
Yeah, what's up? Yeah.
When I went to the carrier and I was like digging in about my programs and inspections and stuff like that, the topic of InServe came up. And, you know, and of course I brought it up because I'm looking for, you know, certain things, certain sheets and stuff like that, like for inspection, getting ready for inspection and stuff like that. And it's pretty much what they told me. Oh, the ASA check sheets I was looking for. And they pretty much told me, they was like, yo, InServe on here, it's just like a check in the box, man. They was like, as long as we get the aircraft. And this wasn't like, for the listeners, this ain't nobody of any top brass. These are people in my division, right? They like, as long as we could get aircraft in the air, we don't give a damn about things like InServe and stuff like that. And they was like, and InServe knows it. You know what I'm saying? So, but what was it? It's funny because I know you probably can't answer that question, like honestly. But what was it on your ship? Do people have that mindset? Let me say that. Did you see anybody with that mindset?
I don't think the mindset was said, but it was kind of implied a little bit. I don't think we ever talked about it. And not only that, man, like my ship is up for decom, right? So that was 2 things, man. So I don't think that was necessarily the case because we was more trying to get out of the mindset of, hey, this thing is decomming. Let's not get in that mindset that it's decomming. We don't care.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I was trying to keep us focused on, not getting like that. So it never was coming up about, hey, we're aircraft carrier, man. We don't care about that. Like, so it was never a thought process during that time frame. But I can see that happening though, because that's the mindset on everything when it comes to aircraft carriers, man. It's reactor. I'm gonna be straight up. It's reactor, and it's launching and recovering, or maybe the opposite though. Launch and recovery, then reactor. That's it. Yeah. That's the ship, man. And it ain't no secret. I'm not making this up. I'm not like, going after them. That's just reality. That's just facts. You know what I'm saying?
They run it. They run shit.
Yeah.
Air and reactor run it on the joint. Hey, so look, speaking of ships, right? We back. Yeah. We're back at this topic that you tried to run from for the last 15 times I brought it up, man. We back at it again, bro. We back. I'm going to keep breaking it up, man.
What happened,
UAPs,
man? What
aliens,
happened, man?
the Navy in the mix, bro. I know you've seen. It's funny because the Drake lawsuit news seems to have gotten more like churn than the damn aliens being real. You know what I mean? Have you seen anything about these aliens being real?
I have not seen anything about these aliens being real.
You serious? They had court hearings and everything, bro. They confirming aliens in the ocean, bro.
What?
They are confirming aliens in the ocean, man. UAPs living down there, yo. They've confirmed some of them are like good. They've confirmed, hey, for the listeners, this is way too early in the pod to bring up aliens. That's probably like hour 4, right? But hey, it is what it is. They confirmed in the water, they confirmed some of them being nice, some of them being not so nice, bro. It's aliens out there, bro. Navy, and the Navy all in the mix, bro. The Navy didn't, like our subs didn't seen like things under the water. Our ships didn't seen things moving under the water that don't move like normal. I can't believe you ain't seen none of this, man.
No, man, but hey,
is the government suppressing this news?
I'm kind of wondering how you getting this info, man. You got some inside info on aliens, man. Like I ain't even been seeing nothing about no aliens, man.
It's public news, man. It's probably because you underway. I be realizing too in the Navy, like we live in a bubble, bro. Like it be things happening in the world, like that's military related. You know what I mean? Like war type things, and like, well, no, what the hell going on, man?
Bro, that's facts right there, man. I ain't gonna lie. I know I be in a bubble. I don't be living. I'm talking about, man, I be underway. I'm worried when I get home. I'm worried about a couple things here and there, what's going on with the fam. Then I'm back on the way. Yeah. You know what I mean? I done missed the whole, like a lot of shit that didn't happen and then went on, man. Like, no doubt.
Yeah, man. And then on top of all of this, well, not on top of all this, just another thing that happened to me was the day before the holiday, I got my first deox back, you know? So that's yeah, man. And that's a really good way to bring in a holiday that's about being thankful. You know what I mean?
Hey, it might be good for you, but it probably ain't good for everybody though.
Well, you know, I've been so it's two things that I push super hard, right, at my command. It's the CO suggestion box, right? Yeah. And I push not Thanksgiving. I push the deox. You know what I mean? Because I want people to feel because I want to see, right? You can't heal what you don't reveal, right? And then outside of that, if it's good stuff, but I ain't talking about it. We never talking about the good stuff when we talk about the CO suggestion and the deox. We talking about the things that we want to improve. We want to work toward fixing, right? So I like, let's have these open channels. Let's have sellers communicate these things so we could try to fix them. So like when I got to my command, for instance, I brought us into like the digital CO suggestion box. They still had the old mailboxes that you dropped the cards off. Nobody was using them. You know what I mean? So now that we got the digital, we actually use it. So yes, I was super excited about the DX, no matter what was going to be in it. Like I couldn't wait to see it, couldn't wait to read it, you know, all of that type of stuff, right? Of course, we can't talk about much, but I just got one thing to say for whatever listener that also did the DX. The first part is I never wanted the pod to come up in the DX, man. It's just a nasty feeling. Like I never wanted, you know. And the crazy thing is I was didn't want it to come out in like negatively for like somebody that might listen to the pod, but I try my best to work against that. So that's a good thing, right? Like that ain't all he do is worry about. I try my best to like, you never really see nothing I got to do with the pod. However, somebody in the DX, they got the nerve to say that. And since I can't say the whole thing, they got the nerve to say that we need to add more jokes. You know what I mean? They need to add more jokes to the pod, man. You know what I mean? Hey, this Navy thing is serious, man.
Yeah,
you know
man.
I mean?
Calm down. Calm down out there, man. Ain't no games out here, man. We ain't playing games.
Yeah. And I'm gonna have fun with this throughout the whole debrief process and, you know, all of that stuff. I'm gonna have fun with that. You know, that's gonna be fun. But yeah, man. So but outside of that, you know, it was good to see the results and some things we could do to take action and hopefully fix some stuff. I hate the attitude that none of this stuff, you know, is going to be fixed anyway. So there's no need to say, you know, man, that bothers me.
Oh man, I hate that too, man. Like I get up, like we had the survey and stuff like this. I get up and I don't go to quarters all the time, right? So when I go out there, I go in like maybe like twice a week. I come out there and talk to them, and I freaking and I tell them that, you know, about the deox survey. I'll tell them, I say, hey man, like you can't complain about anything if you don't, you know, put it in the deox survey. Talk about it, man. Like it becomes trends, and then we can, you know, work for it, you know, fixing it. Man, every time I do that, man. So then I meet with like certain groups, like certain groups I meet with, E5s, E6, whatever the case may be. Man, ain't nothing going. That same attitude, man, ain't nothing gonna happen.
Yeah.
What you did you put a survey? Did you do it? Oh well, I know ain't nothing gonna happen. Man, I get so fired up when somebody say that to me, man. I be somewhat fired up, man. But I tell you what though, man. The deox survey, man. Only thing I can say about it, man, when you get some good results out of it, man, you kind of feel real good about it, though, man. Like you feel like you are accomplished. You accomplishing, or you trying to accomplish the goal that you set out when you took orders out. Especially, I know as a command guy, if you was a command person, this is my feeling. If I was a command person, you know, the survey come out, I get some good info. They say, man, freaking senior kicking some ass out here. He doing this, he doing that. Yeah. It just feels good, though. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, it just feels, and you always going to have some negative stuff that always going to be in the survey, and you can try to get better at that stuff, but you always feel good when somebody come out and what you trying to accomplish is in the survey. You know what I mean? That's what really feels good, man. So if you found it, I know we can't talk about it, but if you found anything like that, man, I know it's a good feeling, though.
Yeah, I feel like it's like a PD, too, like for the civilians. Like, it's telling me what I need to do, too. Like, the work. You know, that poem is for me as much as it's for everybody else, as much as it's for the skipper, too. But, like, hey, now, what do we got to do for the rest of this year? You know what I mean? So, and salute to all the changes now, because those reports go up, every 6 months now, vice, once. And it don't only get briefed to your regional commander. It goes all the way up. Or your ISIC or whatever like that. It goes all the way up. So that's that. Hey, did you celebrate the holiday at all? I know your birthday passed. We missed that,
Missed
so happy belated.
Yeah, thanks.
We might be celebrating every holiday on this pod, y'all, because my birthday coming up, Amari's birthday, Christmas, New Year's, and if we're on pod again, which, I think we're going to pod again, but if we're on pod again, this is all that. That's why I got this hat on.
Yeah.
Santa's helper, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's that time, bro. It's that time of the year. So, man, I had...
Well, yeah. It was Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah, Thanksgiving just passed. I freaking came back a couple days before that, so I got back. I planned for the day before, but we got back a day earlier than that. So at least I got a chance to get in that kitchen, make sure I get the right stuff, going in there, man. You know what I mean? Man, you know me, man. I be putting it down, man, with the hand. But see, I'm more of like me and Ella. I'm more of the Southern style cooking type stuff I be doing, man. I bring in the greens, man. I bring in and I don't do turkey. Everybody, you right. Everybody can do greens.
You don't eat greens on Thanksgiving too.
Yeah. I agree 100%. Hey, you know what? Let me take that back. I'm gonna tell you guys, man. It is a difference, though, man. Like it is a difference, man. And I'm going to say the difference is not that everybody cook greens. It's a difference in my taste buds.
Hey, y'all, look, we say it a lot. Damon could cook. He can cook, so I can't fight with him too much on that because he can throw down.
But back to me with, so we don't do turkey in the house, man. We think turkey is a little dry, man. I know turkey is a big Thanksgiving thing, man, but I always do the hen. You know what I mean? I always do the chicken side of it, man, because I just like it because it's way more juicy. And I know people know how to make turkeys juicy. I'm not saying they can't, but I always thought it was kind of dry, so I never
don't rock with turkey.
Yeah, I don't rock with it like that, man. But a ham, bro. Look, let me tell you. I gotta tell you this real quick about this ham I did, man. So I get the ham, and I normally buy one that's got a little seasoned stuff you put on it after you put it in there, or whatever, all this type of stuff. So guess what I did, man? I get the ham, I break it out, man. So I put it on my smoker this time, which is a little bit different. I normally can put it on the grill or put it in the oven or whatever. But I put it on the smoker and I said, you know what? I'm going to smoke this thing for like 5 hours, right? But guess what I did do, man? During this time frame, I forgot I threw the little sauce away.
Yeah.
So I made my own.
Yeah.
I done killed the game, bro. I'm never going to buy nothing with sauce on it again, man. This ham is killing the game right now, man.
Well,
killing the game.
Still, you still eating off of it?
Still eating off of it, man. Probably gonna do something else with it too soon. But yeah, man. Then Ella did her thing like she normally do, man. But yeah, man. Like I love Thanksgiving, and I'm never gonna. I feel like, you know, for everybody else, man, that goes out and they plan events on Thanksgiving and Christmas and things like that. I love it, but I am always gonna find that time to cook.
Yeah.
I'm never going to go to a place and be like, okay, we're going to spend it here in Jamaica or wherever the case may be. If I do that, it's going to be a time set out to cook.
Yeah.
Right. I feel like that's the thing to do, man. That's what I grew up on, cooking on those days, and I'm always going to do it, man.
Yeah. So this ain't, like, just to be straight, this ain't my biggest holiday, right? I do it, but I don't celebrate it like as much as other people, right? Like, I would never initiate a text message to somebody. You know what I mean? Like, maybe like I called one of my friends and told him like how much I appreciated him. You know, he's like a brother to me, but I'm not really initiating the text on this day, right?
Yeah.
But what did happen was the Monday, like on the week of that Monday, we did a lunch for the sailors on the base, right? So we did a base lunch. And then on Wednesday, we did a delivery of food boxes to all the sailors that was going to be living in the barracks, right?
Yeah.
So we did do that. And then, so Thursday, I go, and on Thursday is Thanksgiving, right? So I went to the gym in the morning. Gym is packed, bro. Like packed with everybody that's about to be like guilt-free eating later. You know what I mean? Like super packed. And then, and I gotta give a shout out to Angeline too, man. She's just super amazing. So I guess like you're supposed to cook the day before. She definitely didn't feel like cooking the day before. So she was gonna cook everything on Thanksgiving Day, which is crazy as hell. But she, you know, so I go to the gym. I come because I'm like, yo, I have to go to the gym. I wasn't able, like everything we was doing was at lunch during the week. So I wasn't like able to work out like all week. So after that, I had a decision to go to my command, bro. You know, and I told her, I'm like, yo, I'm hitting a command at like 5:30. She thought I was saying 5:30. Nah, I'm talking about 17:30. You know, that's normally the time that like people are knee deep in the food. So we didn't go anywhere. It was just me, Angeline, and Amari. Like we didn't go anywhere because we both getting over a cold. Amari still had a little cold. That daycare life, right? It just mess you up. So I goes, and it's funny because I'm talking to my mom and I told her, I'm like, yo, I'm on my way to my job, or I might have been on the way home after. And she ain't even sound surprised. Like I would expect my mom to be like, yo, why are you going to work on Thanksgiving? You know what I mean? She didn't even sound surprised. And Angeline, I even asked her, I'm like, yo, why'd you let me go? Like, you ain't have no resistance or nothing about me going to the job? And she was like, nah, I knew you had to go see your other family. You know what I mean? So I go, you know, and I went real quick just to go talk to my sellers. So anybody that don't know, a bunch of MAs, right? I work installations. So all my sellers are MAs. At this point, I think most of the people that listen would know that. But I went to go see all of them at their gates. They did a turnover. So I went to go see them throughout all of that. It was like they was pulling over some car too. The car looked crazy. But I just want to go see them, say hi, wish them happy Thanksgiving. I ain't had no food or nothing like that. You know what I mean? And then I came home. Man, Angeline ain't finished the food till 11. And we ain't eat Thanksgiving dinner till 11 at night, bro. So I'm thinking when I get home, right, it's going to be like 7 and the food just ready to go. You know, no. You know, like I came, I started just automatically, I'm like, well, she been doing this all day. So automatically, I'm like, let me come start helping. So I made my little dish. I got a little appetizer that I put up there. Thing, bro. These French onion dip sliders, bro. I put them up.
Yeah, let's go.
So I make the sliders, and then so now I got something to eat while I'm helping her. I'm washing, like trying to clear up and trying to motivate her to, you know, she's tired and stuff like that. And then we try to pray, right? We try to do our little thankful prayer at the table. And while we try to hold Amari through this, like, you know, we try to, how you put your hands together and everybody, I got one of her hands, Angeline. The first thing everybody do, try to pull her hand on my side. Of course. Then she crying real bad while we talking to God, man. Messing up our prayer, bro. But we had a good, right now, actually, today, as we speak, my brother-in-law's here. But we had a good Thanksgiving though. We got some good food out of it. And had a good day, and I was able to see the seller. So.
Yeah. So let me tell you real quick, man, before we move on from this Thanksgiving thing, man. One is that I cook on the same day also.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. I used to not, man, but me and Ella got so used to, man, like we like our shit like fresh. We ain't want to be waiting and sitting and whatever. So I get up early, but I make a whole day of the Thanksgiving thing, man. Like I get up early in the morning, man. I got me a mimosa early, man. I got my music going. Don't care if kids wake up or not. I got music going in the morning. And I just go up in there, man. Just take my time and shit. And we talking about 5 and 6 in the morning, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just up, doing my thing, man. But the other thing I want to talk to you about, man. So, hey, world, don't come at me for this. Do not come at me for this. So when we pulled in, CMC took leave, right? And he asked me, "Hey, man, like, can you stand in for him?" I said, "Oh yeah, I got it, man." Like, and it was like, well, we got the 20. He took it so we 20. I think it's 26, 27, and then of course Thanksgiving, all that stuff, right? So, because we was off on Thanksgiving, so 2 days before the Thanksgiving, so no one really was talking about like who was coming in on the ship.
Yeah.
I already got something planned, right? How I'm going to do my thing. This is my normal routine, bro. I'm up this early. I got mimosas in me. I got this whole 9 yards, bro. Don't come at me, world. So no one said nothing the whole time. The day before Thanksgiving, I finally had to be like, okay, let me find out what's really going on. So I go in there. I talk to me and XO chopping it up. And I finally said, "Sir, are you and the CEO coming in tomorrow? For Thanksgiving." And he's like, well, I'm gonna be here. I stay on board, and I know the CEO coming in. But he said, "Hey, you don't have to worry about it. Me and the CEO got it. I know you probably already got something planned because you wasn't worried about it." And I was like, "Thank you, sir." I was like, "Bro, thank you, sir," because I most definitely, had something. But I felt bad the whole day though.
Yeah, just hanging over. Yeah,
it was like hanging over me, like not coming in because I feel like I'm supposed to be there type stuff. But yeah, man, world, don't come after me for this, man. But I most definitely, didn't show up for the Thanksgiving dinner, man, on the ship.
Yeah. Remember me talking all that shit about how like that's questionable for me, like showing up to like damn. No, matter of fact, this even way before we even put a package in. I'm like, damn, CMC's SELs, they got to go to the ship on Thanksgiving Day. I was like, that's crazy. Like,
yeah.
Now look at me, bro. I'm going to my command on Thanksgiving Day, and it ain't no dinner or nothing. I'm just going to see my sellers when they on watch, doing security watches. It wasn't nothing like that. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. I believe they were like thankful because I don't live too close to the job. Like it's a bit of a drive, so. I believe some of them was like, that was respect. Like, damn, senior, that's what's up. You showed up.
Most definitely.
I had my civvies on. People try to, they try to, check the swag, man.
Yeah, always. They always, man. Yeah, they always checking on you, man.
Check CFC is still hip, still.
Yeah. I get it.
Throw a little 1, 2 together.
Yeah, man.
Low, man. Yeah. Leave it low.
They be checking on me too, man. They be checking me.
They be trying.
Little young bosses out there be trying to check me, man.
Hey, bro, so what are you thankful for? Let's do this. It's been a while, y'all. I think we did this a while ago, and I want to do another one because a lot of times, man, we get to talking about these stories, and some of these stories ain't good stories, y'all, and we reporting on them. Like we reported on that maintenance shit, bro, and that maintenance thing, it's just depressing. It's just dark. You know what I mean? And by the way, the one thing that we said, it was like, I think we were talking about like sparring. That really was spares, like bulkhead ready spares is what we should have said, but we ain't gonna get into it now. But like these stories, and this we got some on this episode, right? Just some dark shit and things that's happening. There's a lot of things like that happen in the military. So, but again, like we always say, we both lifers, man. We in this, for the long run. We in this for a long time, not a good time. Yeah, a little bit of both, right? We in this for a little bit of both, man. And the Navy, I think, has been great to both of us. And if you're a listener and you're listening to a Navy podcast, I believe it's probably been a little good to you too. You know what I'm saying? So we want to talk for a second about what we thankful for this year in the Navy, or since the last time we talked about it. So We're going to start with Damon since I asked the question. Go.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, my perspective is a little bit different this year, man, on what I'm thankful for, man. But first, before I even get to about me, first of all, I'm always thankful for family, man. You know what I'm saying? Me and Ella, we done went through so much, man. Like, and now where we at right now in our life, man, is crazy. And I'm thankful for you guys too, man. Like you and Tish and me and you especially, man. Man, you've been through so much, man. Like, and our conversation is crazy, and it's gonna always be like that. So I'm most definitely thankful for you, man. And then like, but this year, man, so much been going on, man. In the ranks in the Navy, man. So for this question to this year, I'm thankful for health, man. I've been seeing so many people can't be on board ships no more because of their health. I done seen so many rest in peace. Young people, man, that's passing away because of this and because of that, man. So this year, man, I most definitely, and then I done had my setbacks with surgeries and things like that. So this year in 2024, man, I'm most definitely thankful for my health and to go on board these ships, to go on board my ship and be able to perform, man, at a pretty good level because everybody cannot do it right now, man. And so almost definitely this year, man, I'm thankful for my health, man.
Yeah. For me, for the Navy, connections, bro. You know, the Navy has the Navy has been the gateway for just mad connections, bro. Some of that got to do with this, you know, but some of that just got to do with the Navy. And I'm not the most put my arm around you kind of person. So, but I am good at being connected to people, you know what I mean? Responding to them and having conversations with them and stuff like that. So yeah, I appreciate that. The Navy has brought me to know some really good people, especially this year. And like I said, I think it's in conjunction with the pod too. But even at work, the people I've been meeting at work, a lot of the civilians, stuff like that, is really, really good. Recently, man, I had in my big age, man, the civilian wrapped his hand around my head or whatever like that, like little broed me a little bit, man. And, you know, and I that don't happen to me that much, but he was a senior chief. He was a senior chief when I was a second class. So but now he is civilian, and that was kind of cool. I ain't even get mad at it. You know, normally it's yo, get off me, get off me, man. You know, I didn't even get mad at it. I felt like his little bro. But yeah, the Navy has given me so many good people, man. Just really good people. You know, I think it's a different breed of people when you get the good ones in the military. You know, some bad apples, it's always bad apples, but the good ones in the military is a different breed of people. So I appreciate that. Of course, like we talked about it, the wife, of course, man, she's just incredible, superwoman, man. No, there's no life without her. But yeah, that's the big one. Connections, civilians. That's it. I'm gonna give one. That's all. That's the only one I'm gonna give, man.
Yeah,
you know, because it's so many good things, and some of these things we work toward, right? Some of these things we just ambitious enough to go for. And some, you know, so these are the fruits. Some of these things become the fruits of labor, you know, but even with things being the fruits of labor, you also got to appreciate that the shit don't happen for everybody. You know what I mean? Not everybody achieves, and they could go the same route as you. They go for the same, but not everybody going to achieve what you achieve. You know what I mean? And that's, maybe it's God, maybe it's the Navy gods, you know, who knows what it is, but, you know, not all of these things kind of work out for everybody. So it's always good to be appreciative.
Yeah. Hey, you know, one more thing I want to tell you, but when we think about being thankful, man, the podcast itself, man, it's crazy too, man. And I brought up, we were talking about the in-serve thing. So all the insert, you know, it's a lot of them going to carriers. So when they come on carriers, a lot of people come on board, 120, 130, a lot of people coming on board. So we had all the engineers and all the, you know, officers, the big, you know, captains and commanders and all this stuff, right? So they go down and we got them in this big ass space for reactor space. It's huge, right? So all of them down there. So the first time I come down, you know, to talk about my stuff and how we gonna, you know, I go down there, man. I'm telling you what we finna execute, what we about to do, blah, 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 all this stuff, right? So when I get ready to walk out, warrant officer, commander, blah, 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 say, hey, It's like, Leggings, where I know you from, right? I know you.
Mm-hmm.
And they couldn't. I said, I've been on they've been on the East Coast the whole time. I said, nah. I said, well, I've been on the West Coast. I said, so I don't know, I don't know. Bro, I go out, I come back. Not only they know I'm from the podcast, bro, they was quoting shit that we was talking about, man. Like subjects, bro. Subjects and things like that then spark their brain. And they kind of wanted to hit me with it, but I'm trying to work, man. I'm trying to do I'm trying to do some insert stuff, man. They was ready for topics, bro. They were ready to go at me with topics, man. So I'm most definitely grateful. Hey, I'm most definitely grateful for that stuff, man. But it was cool though. You know what I mean? It was cool. So then every time they would see me, man, it's like they gave me that look like they was ready to go in with me, man.
People want to pod in the streets, man. They want to pod on them deck plates, bro.
Oh, man.
That's the thing. Shit. We out here working on these deck plates, y'all.
Yeah,
like,
man.
It's this big whole shit, like, should Navy people do social media and all this?
Yeah.
We're out here working on these deck plates. We not playing, man. Like we are not playing. Like, and I say that confidently. People might think that saying I'm working, somebody might think that's cocky, but it's a fact. We out here working, man. We ain't podding on these deck plates. Yeah. You know what I mean? Catch me, you on a pod, catch me at lunch, baby. You know what I mean?
Let's go. For real, man.
Hey, appreciate everybody that listen, man. It is so good to build a community, man, and have people that, like, we had a guest on last week, bro. He said, yo, I got accreditations, I got licenses. And I'm like, was it US, man? He started laughing. Yeah. I tried to keep a straight face. I said, US, man. He started laughing. He was like, nah, I already know, man.
Don't come at us with them US maps, man. We ready. We ready for them US maps, man.
They probably hate us, man. US man. Shout out to y'all, US map. Shout out to y'all.
Watching you guys, man.
Why you want to talk about best and worst ranks?
Hey, man. So rank-wise, man, we talked about it before, man.
Oh, ranks, you said ranks?
Rank, yeah, rank.
Oh, okay. Oh,
the rank.
Okay,
that's it.
Right,
yeah, ranks, right?
Yeah, you said rank.
And man, we talked about it before, and I think I came out and I said like E3 and below had a good rank because they just do what they told and all this stuff. But you know what, man? The rank I think now, man, and I'm gonna talk about this rank because I know people always used to tell me that this was the best rank to be, and it was E5. So people always told me E5 was the best rank because you got people above you, got people below you, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But now, I think E5 is the worst rank to have, man. And the reason now why I done went to that direction because I'm watching these sailors, man, in action a little bit, like from a different lens now. Like I'm watching them overall, watching what they doing and how they doing it. And now I'm noticing a lot of them are young, right? And now you are leading people now that you probably was going to the club with last week. And now you got to come in and tell them what to do, right? And how to do it. I think that's, man, peer leadership is probably some of the hardest leadership that you can do, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Leading your peers, somebody who the same age that you are. Right, that's hard. So, man, I want to revisit that real quick, man, and get your thoughts, because when I say the word peer leadership, it kind of changes my thought process when it comes to the E5, man.
You had that at the worst. Did you have one at the best?
Well, no, because I think last time the best, I had E5s at the worst, but before I had the E3 and below. At the best. And I still kind of feel like E3 and below is the best, but I'm kind of changing my mind on that a little bit too. And the only reason why I am is because I got a couple older E3 and below.
Yeah, I was going to say, they ain't making a lot of money, bro. E3 and below not making a lot of money, bro.
And it's tough, bro. It's tough. And on top of that now is because they have to wait now. You have to wait.
Yeah.
Right? So you have to wait your time now. So, and then on top of that, man, like it's so many things now have changed since I was in that I think that hurts a little bit too. Like a lot of times, man, when I came in, I wanted to get that E-SWAS early so bad because I seen other people doing it.
Yeah.
Right? I want that E-SWAS. I'm finna get this. I'm finna go after this. Plus my other quals too, but this is going to be one of those things I wanted to go after. And I had incentives to go after like not cranking and things like that, which, you know, it was another topic, but I wanted to get there and now they can't even get that. Right. Yeah. Not saying it's a bad thing because I kind of like the fact of people knowing their jobs, but are they really in the books more now because of it? That's up to debate. Yeah. It's up to debate. So yeah, man, what about you?
I don't know, bro. I mean, I could speak to you. I forgot what ranks I said before. I probably said E5. But I could speak to what you're saying, like as far as the downside about E5s, as far as like having to deal with making E5 and like still being at the command. Like you said, like, and they used to hang out together. Because it's a respect level thing, you know? I'm literally in like conversations with my E5s about things like this, like dealing with like an E4 that might be talking to them like they still an E4, you know, or might be, and might not want to accept the fact that they a second class petty officer now, and you know, so they gonna disrespect them or challenge them and stuff. Like I'm literally in conversations about things like that often, you know, and always been, you know, so it is a tricky rank when it comes to that. Cause I mean, most places naturally you're not leaving for that rank. You know what I mean? You're just making that rank on a ship or something, except unless if you're a DC or ABE, you know what I mean? But like you're just making that rank on the ship and you staying on that same ship. You know what I mean? So you got to deal with you know, like you said, your peers who you kind of outrank now, telling you ain't shit because you want them to clean the shop. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and that's just a part of the process. Like, you know, somebody telling you to make sure that, you know, they clean the shop, or depending on the size of the shop is clean. It's different on a carrier though. Like the E5s that I worked with on a carrier, they seem to have a little bit more like leverage when it come to like those kind of conversations. You know, I ain't see it go too crazy on a carrier. You know, but they couldn't be works in the soups though. On my carrier, E5s like couldn't be works in the soups. It had to be like first classes, even though the E5s were working like unofficially the works in the soups.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that shit. Like I'm not a fan of that. Like make the E5s the works in the soups, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know why
they doing the work.
Yeah, Dumbo, you know why I don't agree with it too, man? Like, and this could be a small boy mentality I have, and the carrier guys, you guys can correct me, but I'm always about a process. I always felt like you got a maintenance man, you try to get him to be the RPPO, then you be trying to work your way up the works in a soup, then you LPO. I think that process make you a better sailor, right?
Yeah. So
now you got E5s, and some of the first classes that make it, they haven't been works in the suits before.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? So I always thought it was a process to it. Like think about it. You got a first class that never been to RPPO. Do they really know how to write jobs?
Bro.
You know what I mean?
Like some of them don't.
Yeah.
Some of them don't.
So
Chiefs. I always say it. Like I be feeling wild. Like it's Chiefs that don't know how to write jobs, bro.
Yeah, that's fact.
I've seen it. Like in the last 2 years, I've seen it. Like on like more than one at the same time, not know how to write a job, bro.
Yeah. And I tell you, man, like it's things that are in play now in the 3M world to check you if you don't know how to do it. Right. So that's the thing about now. What I tell you, if you're doing a spot check, you got a spot checker. You know, you got different things now. Like even if you have 3M come on board, you got to write job and show them that you know how to write a job, and things like that's been going on for a while now. So for you guys out there that's leading divisions, you know what I mean? Make sure you're on your game, man, because you're not, you'll get exposed and people find out. You know what I'm saying? So be on your game, know your shit, man, because you can be one of those. You don't want to be one of those.
Yeah. Hey, like, all right, so let's get into this shit, man. It's been this thing, and it's gonna be super late, way later than the whole thing, but now we're gonna talk about it, right? But it's been this list going around, and I've gotten it from people through like text messages a long time ago, right? I think it has something to do with the fact that we do a podcast and all this, right? But it's this list going around about some information that Forrest Houlihan put out at some brief or something like that at RTC, right? A while ago, I wanted to like hit Bill up, like, hey, I'm getting this from a lot of people, and I'm assuming they want me to share this or they want us to share this on PTSF, but I'm not going to share it without without an okay from you, because it seemed like this is something you put out in a closed room conversation that you didn't intend to go out past that room, right? And I've been in closed room conversations before where most of this stuff is tentative, so it's just thoughts and things like that. So I've never seen something like this floating around the internet. But this thing, the graphic of these notes have like floated around the internet, like really excessively to where I had to hit build up. And I'm just keep getting them from different people. You know, I think people thinking they putting me on. I'm like, I got this 2 weeks ago from I got this the day of the thing. The day he was in there, I got it, right?
Yeah.
But now, especially probably now, 3 weeks from now, it's a good time to talk about it. I think it's been like pretty much distributed through most people and most people talking about it. You got SCLs that don't particularly like the fact that sellers are getting this before SCLs, but this shit wasn't supposed to be publicly, like, from my perception, it wasn't supposed to be publicly distributed. I mean, what about you? Did you think it's supposed to be publicly distributed?
I don't think so either. I mean, because there's no, like, some of the stuff, none of it really got facts behind it yet. I mean, not saying it's not going to happen, but if you ain't got facts, I'm assuming, like, some of this stuff was, like you said, man, it's like, possibly can happen or going to happen in the future, but it haven't happened yet.
Some of this shit got facts, bro. Through other channels. You know what I mean? I can't really, I guess out of respect, right? And for the listeners, y'all, we do our, like, if I hear a rumor, I can speak on a rumor, but if it's things that I know for sure through like the leadership channels or whatever, like, I'm never going, and if it's like we can't really talk about it yet, this ain't TMZ, like I'm not leaking leadership mess information. But some of these things, the things, like I could probably firm up some of these things because we've already had these conversations on multiple levels, right? The first one, like, so let's just go through, right? It says, somebody says, long read, but important for sellers, right? And I get it, man, but this, I don't know that it was supposed, like, it is important, but it's also like the sources, it's from a conversation, man. And you know, sometimes Bill be talking, like, just, you know, putting information out, whether it's things he thinks. And I sat in his, you know, we don't have to, like, I'm not like, he's not like my best friend or nothing, but I've been in a few things with him and he did our pod. So he talked, like, he'll give it up, like, about certain things, right? So this one says, just wanted to share some notes I got from a friend. And then they said, you know, Forrest stopped by RTC and passed his info. Yeah, he did. I don't know if he gave it to y'all to put it out, but
he passed it. All right.
I remember sitting somewhere with like CMP, and CMP was like, hey, this is for this room. Like this ain't for no, you know, all right. So it says, happening. Chiefs will be in the senior listed marketplace, will wear a uniform, but will not be paid until selection of orders. We've known this already. It was question about like how the season would go and stuff like that. I think they figured all that out. McPon kind of backed up having a season. So it seems like Penning is back September 16th, and whoever go into the marketplace will be able to, you know, go through the season. What's interesting, and I know it's conversation about it, is what happens in 2 years if they don't screen for orders. That's what's interesting. If what happens in 2 years if they don't screen, you know? And that's, I mean, I think that's been I think that's unlikely, like really small numbers for people who didn't screen. But if they don't screen for orders, they don't have to like give the anchors back. You know, they don't got to get the anchors back and put the chevrons back on. For sure. That's a for sure thing.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And that ain't in here, but they ain't got to do that.
Yeah. Hey, let me. Hey, on that note though, man, like, we're going to be going after, we're going to be like trying to get these orders and stuff. In a way for this though, I think this is a great idea though, man. Like, we knew it was happening a while ago, but I think from a standpoint, from a Navy standpoint, this is a great thing because now we know we're going to put Chiefs where they need to be. So we want to get paid. We work real hard to make Chiefs. So we want to go and be the Chief. So I think this is a great idea. Great thing.
Yeah. And then update on our boy from the last episode who was in the last episode we did together who was in the marketplace. He got pinned. He got pinned like right after we did the episode. I was a little, hey,
That
bro,
was you,
like,
dumb,
yo,
huh?
I was a little upset about that, man. I didn't even put the clip out because of that, man. Like, we ready to take a stand for you, dog. You done got
shit.
pinned, man. He did a exception to policy and he got pinned. So let's go. He not gonna get paid though. Let me say that. He ain't gonna get paid, but he got pinned. So we already talked about Chiefs season is not going away. E-Nafit is going away, baby. It's done. It's a wrap. We've been asking about it. We got answers. It's over. Hey, and you know what is being replaced? It was so funny hearing it. E-Nafit is being replaced with Nafit 98 Alpha, baby. The issue was it wasn't lined up with I think the flank speed shit. They trying to figure all that out, and we finally figured that out. You know what I mean? And I don't know what that means for, like, if it's going to be some upgrades or something like that. But yeah, it's going to be NAFIT 98.
Had a good concept. The thought process behind it was okay. You know what I mean? But you got to make that shit work, man. I kind of like the fact that when you get done, it goes to somebody else and it goes, you know, you don't have to do all this. So I got the concept of it, but you know how we are, man. We so used to the old stuff anyway, and the old stuff was working. And now you're going to give me something that's not working? Nah, man, get that shit out of here, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
New
you.
chief eval coming. You know, and that's dropping soon, like in a month, you know, from now. So that's good. Right?
Yeah.
You got anything you want to say? You know about it, right? You know the difference and all that, like what it's supposed to be?
I don't. I haven't been. You know, I'm in my bubble, man, on the ship, so I haven't even been into this. I know one was coming, but I don't know that. I haven't talked about the differences and all that stuff, though.
It's kind of based off the MCPON's mission, vision, and guiding principles. And it's not like you don't get a whole block no more, right? You don't get a whole block. It's like, depending on what like characteristic it is, it's a block for it. So you write like a blurb in the block. So it's like, let's say it's 7 blocks. You're 7 blurbs versus the single blurb. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
versus that single summary, it's like 7 different paragraphs about, you know, what you do. And that's coming real soon for Chiefs.
Okay.
Senior Chiefs cannot sit Chiefs board anymore just as reporters. I think that's the person saying that they can't sit the board anymore. They can only sit as recorders. And then Master Chiefs need to sit the board. Voluntary will be voluntold. We kind of knew that already.
Yeah.
Hate to have to say voluntold when we talk about Master Chiefs.
Yeah.
Like a Master Chief shouldn't have to be voluntold to do anything. Like I wouldn't want to be an E9 getting voluntold to do some shit. Like I mean, that's just my opinion. You know, I know you're a Master Chief, but like, don't fucking volunteer me to sit a board. I'm gonna go sit the board. You know what I mean? Like I don't need to be voluntold.
Yeah.
Pinning is back to September 16th. We said that. And then they're gonna clean this up. Letter to the board will now have, I verified that all information in my letter to the board is not in my own PF to alleviate duplicate documents. New nav admin will drop. Told y'all, man. We told y'all in our episode. People don't want to see all them duplicates and all that, man.
You know that shit already in your record. We've been saying this shit for years. You know that shit's in your record, and you still, what you want the board to see it? You want them to like punch him in the face? I don't understand what's going on. You know that shit was in your record. They talking to you. They talking to you guys. You guys out there.
At the time of my submission, my volunteer letter of appreciation from Lighthouse was not reflected in my record. So I'm submitting this. However, it may be in the record by the time. No. I verify all information is not in my own PF. So that's cool. Yeah. So then here are some of the like rumors. And they are like, I guess, confirmed rumors. E6 at RTC automatically board eligible. That was a thing before at some point. I guess, you know, talking about bringing that back. Advance the position for E5 at RTC. I think that's a little bit more likely right now. Like, I think there's been more conversations about E5 advance the position at RTC than E6 automatic board eligible, I think. Over 50% of sellers of the year are women, but very few comprise. So this is, we won't even gotta get into this. This is what we was talking to Bill about. Not a lot of women in leadership roles. Like in like high levels of leadership. sellers who go to commands because of pregnancy will not lose points on rankings. So just trying to make sure that we are, figuring this out and taking care of our like women who choose to make decisions in life about their life, and their family and things like that, and they don't got to pay for it. I always feel bad about that. Then it's talking about like pack sellers. And they could choose like, I'm not even gonna get into this pack seller thing because I don't feel like explaining it. But I think it's like they don't gotta go to damn school or nothing. They just going straight to the fleet. That's what I think. That's what I think it's talking about.
Yeah.
But I'm not like, I ain't gonna get into that. Matter of fact, I think is that they don't. They don't like if they pick the rate, they go straight to the fleet in a new rate. Yeah, I think that's what it is. But yeah. And then it say E6 across the Navy will be board eligible, no more exam. And that's like in the future, like a straight up rumor, sound like shit like that. So, but that's the one, like I want to, like that one right there. Like, what's your thoughts on that, bro?
Well, to be honest with you, man, like, I think that's where we going with this no exam thing. So I think it kind of like helped the cause and it just helps it all out and okay, we got it. Yeah. But at the same time, man, that can open up a whole lot of numbers now too, though. Like I think now with that being said, like I guess my first thoughts of that could be a lot of people now that's eligible.
Yeah.
Right? Like the numbers now change on where now you was given this many weeks in freaking Tennessee. You might need to add some more to that or add some more hours or something because now you put a whole lot more people in the pool, man. Yeah, with no criteria for a cutoff. And I mean, I tell you what you are going to get too. Now you're going to get some of them people that should be freaking chiefs and couldn't pass the board. Cause we got some people out there, some superstars that couldn't pass that test.
Yeah.
Or couldn't be, I didn't say pass the test, but couldn't be board eligible. So you got some superstars out there. So I guess we'll see them more, but I don't know, man. That's going to be a little bit tougher, man, I mean, it's the same process, but just more people.
I told you, well, how many years ago? It probably when I first started talking about aliens that we smoking on this exam pack, man, for a while, man. Yeah. We've been smoking on this exam. We like slow pulling this exam pack. Hey, see, like normally we roll some shit out and then got to figure it out later. This exam pack, we like really getting people kind of like, yeah, we're going to take this away. Yeah, we're going to. It's almost like the PT pack that I always keep talking about us smoking on that we done made another change. But a good change. But yeah, this exam shit, like you said, the chief exam is a ticket to the dance. Like, so this takes away like one level of paranoia. You know what I mean? Like, because that'd be the first thing is like, yo, did I make it? Yeah. Then it's like, then you got to go through did you get selected? Like, that's like, all right, so just taking it away, right? But again, like I always say, and I'm always say, my biggest fear is how do we learn if we take all these exams away? Because I think that the exams are like the cushions for like our learning. I think people open books and like study either when they want quals or when they want to pass a test. I don't know. Based off of what I've seen, I don't see too many people actively studying like just their rate just to do it.
Yeah. That's where it's at, Damo. You just hit it right on the head with that one, man. That's where it's at. Now, what's going to make you open that book up? Right? What? Nothing. If you ain't taking exams, ain't nothing going to make you actually open a book up. And the reason why is because we got so much other stuff that's going on. The only thing now that's going to make you open a book up is the fact that you got something that's down. Like I got my AFFF station that's down. So now, I'm going to open my book up to try to figure this out. But other than that, what is going to be? Right? Like life hit you. The working hours hit you. The up tempo of being out to sea hit you. When are you gonna open that book up?
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen, man.
But sometimes rate manuals teach you how to look up tech manuals and schematics and blueprints and stuff like that. Like I know my rate, you gotta learn how to read that shit. You know what I'm saying? So Who knows, man? Who knows? I always think that. I've been saying that on this pod forever, man. And
Yeah.
I hope somebody take heed, man. Or maybe we just won't need like technical expertise. Maybe we just know that. Maybe the Navy knows already that we don't need that shit coming into the future. Like, we don't need technical expertise.
And on top of that, Damo, we are already slowly losing all our technical expertise. We already losing it. We see it every day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we are no shit losing it already from the time I came in. But I'm going to tell you the difference, though. It is a huge difference in the time I came in. I most definitely have acknowledged that. Yeah. Like, when I came in before, you had that time where your first class can sit down with you and walk you through things and all this stuff. That time is over, right? That time. So that plus all the rest of the stuff, we were slowly walking all this stuff back. We're going to be losing a lot of knowledge, man. A lot of knowledge is already being lost. And I don't see nothing we're doing to help that, though.
Yeah.
What's going to bridge that gap right there? Like, that's where,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I mean, like, processing information might be better for like the newer sellers as they kind of come in. Like, they might be better at processing information than we were. For instance, like, I set a seller of the year board. Now, mind you, I'm sitting with MAs who I should have thought twice about, but I set a seller of the year board, and like the seller got lookups, but they don't have like a paper, pen, or nothing. So I'm like, hey man, like, you gonna remember all of these questions? And he was like, yeah. Yes, senior and all that. But I'm like, I'm in my head, I'm like, how? Like, I would have had to write this shit down. Mm-hmm. Yo, the next day he sends an email with the questions damn near verbatim. You know what I mean? So I'm like, damn, unless he had his cell phone recording it or something, but I'm like, how did I doubt you? You know what I mean? So maybe it's a different, it's a different generation as far as like how they learn and retain information. Like me, I had to read the tech menu. I had to take notes from the tech menu, and then I had to make index cards. That's how I learned. You know what I mean? That's how it was ingrained in my head. Read, take notes, make index cards. And then I still data dumped half that shit. You know what I mean? Half that shit has still been data dumped, bro. So yeah, it is what it is.
Hey, Double, you brought up Sailor of the Year. So I just chaired the board, man. I wanted to say the power moves that these sailors do now too, man. They got power moves, bro. Like, look, I did a Sailor of the Year, chaired it. We was done with the Sailor of the Year board. And before we was done scoring everything out, a sailor then came back in with all the answers to the questions and everything we done, man. Everything that like already got the answers. Yeah. And my mind was like, man, get out of here, man. But at the same time, what kind of power move that is, man, coming back in there. Yeah. To say everything's done. I was like, man, that's a power move right there, man.
Fire. It's like, damn, you could have got one of these right on the board, though. Could have got one of these, bro. Like, yeah, I'm impressed by how fast I was able to.
Yeah, but get on out of here, man. Get on up out of here. Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, man. So what you got some thoughts about what the CPO billet after getting accepted? Like,
that kind of falls in what we was already talking about, man.
All right, well, let's talk about this new PRT nav admin then, man. Did you see it? Did you see the new PRT nav admin?
Yeah. I like it, man. It should have been something we know. Like, I'm gonna tell you this, man. With the big topics, the big topic is about, the failing, about, the BCA.
Let me break it
go ahead. Break it down first. Go ahead.
Let me say it so people understand. It says, right, and I'm just reading from my Navy HR's Facebook. I'm not gonna read the nav admin. Nav admin 24224 announces changes to U.S. Navy's physical fitness assessment for calendar year 25. Hey, shout out to my Navy HR too. What's up, y'all?
Yeah.
What will the changes be? Sailors who are not within body composition assessment standards, but pass the physical readiness test with an overall score of excellent, low, or above will receive an overall passing score on a PFA and will not be enrolled into FEP. Then it also says sailors who are not within age-adjusted standards for BCA and pass the PRT with an overall score of excellent, low, or above will not be enrolled into FEP. So those are like two big changes.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. A couple of reasons. One, I'm not stressed out about it no more. Like now you're gonna have some people, people be no shit stressed out about that BCA, man. They know they can run, they know they physically fit, but they are stressed out when they come up there because they know now that automatically you done fail. So they ain't even doing it. And then why the hell you doing a run anyway? If you already know you done fail. That's dumb in the first place, right? So I do like it, man. And then it's not no bullshit. Like you ain't just going after the pass. You got to get an excellent low, right? So I like that portion of it too. It ain't like you go, okay, BCA, you didn't meet the standard. And we want them to meet the standard. Don't get it twisted. We want everyone to meet the standard. But if you don't meet the standard, you still got to get an excellent low, which is it ain't crazy to do, but it ain't the bare minimum either though. Right? You got to put some effort in to get that. So I like it, man.
Why do you want everybody to meet the standard?
Because it's there. That's the reason. It was a standard that was there and it was already established. So I kind of want everybody to meet that because it's kind of like our instruction for the Navy. Like this is the line that we have to follow. If that line shifts and that line change, I shift and I change too. Right? You know what I mean? I'm just being honest, right?
I heard no shit like this before,
yeah,
man.
this is great. But I'm gonna tell you why. Look.
I feel you, dog.
Yeah. I just want to be honest. I'm being honest because how many years have we like say you failed the BCA, right?
Yeah.
That's the standard. You failed it. You still got to do you still got to do that PFA, right? You could complain about it. You could put some in and say, hey, this jacked up. We should change this policy. That's kind of new
too, though, right? That's within the last like 10 years, right? Because before that, if you failed it, you wasn't still running the PRT. Like,
yeah. But what I'm getting at is though, like if me as a leader anyway, man, if we have a standard, we have an instruction, we have to follow that. That's what I'm getting at. We still have to follow it. Like, I don't know, Dumbo laughing at me, man, but I'm still trying to, hey, I'm just saying, man.
There's so many different body types, so many different, like some dudes is like bodybuilders. This is made for like people that's like, this change is made for people that either could work out, right? Like could work out good or like are in like a abnormal shape, like in shape, but like abnormal, like some bodybuilder or something like that, right?
Yeah.
But like I said, are they just good at fitness? So I like it too, right? So we put this in Instagram and we asked our followers like what they thought about it, and most of it was positive. Somebody was like, "Yo, it's good, but like, why can't it be good? Why can't it be good? Because you failed the BCA. That's why it can't be good." And basically, they was asking like, why can't like they get a good and still, get a good overall on the fitness portion? Because you failed the BCA. It's already an exception being made for you. You can't just get no damn good. You can't just do the. I love you, whoever you are, but you can't just do the bare minimum and still. This is like a good thing for people, not a normal fucking thing. Like why can't you just now, if you want to get a good, then get in shape and pass the BCA. You know what I mean? Like you can't have both. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like my new quote. I say this about like a lot. You can't have everything. Like I say that a lot about a lot of stuff now. That's like my new quote. Because people want, like nowadays, people want everything, man. You can't have it all, man.
That's facts, bro.
Take one or the other. Get the damn outstanding. You know what I mean? Or pass the damn BCA. You know what I mean? Do one of the two.
Easy.
Because I was like, man, this shit easy then. Like I could fail the BCA. That's why I was thinking, I was reading, I'm like, damn, this shit easy. I could fail the BCA now. Then I was like, but damn, if I do fail the BCA, I gotta get a
excellent low.
Was it excellent?
Excellent low.
Excellent ain't even that hard. And man, it's like, all right, I gotta get an excellent. Oh, that's easy. Never mind. That's easy. Excellent is easy.
Excellent low.
Excellent. Excellent is easy. Why you want it? Come on, yo, get your push-ups up, yo, whoever that was.
Yeah. Easy day, man.
Yeah. Pentagon drops 51 disqualifying conditions, right? So speaking on, disqualifying conditions, Pentagon dropped 51 of them. Not going to get too deep into it. But we trying to get recruits, right? So we got 6,000 recruits based off of different medical conditions, like ADHD was one of them. And I think another big one had something to do with like asthma or something like that. Some form of asthma.
Yeah.
Oh, childhood asthma. So ADHD and childhood asthma were two, but it's 51 of them. So we could try to get people in the military faster. This wasn't one of my topics, so that's all I got for it.
Yeah. Well, definitely wasn't mine either, but
maybe it was, but but hey, that's good. Hey, yo, look, it's good, man. Bring them in. Bring them in, man.
I'm not even surprised, man. Like, shit, I'm not surprised. We got to get these recruits in, man. What they say, retention. Let's go.
Yeah, that was in that thing too.
Yeah,
hey, but look, let's make sure we taking care of people, you know, when they do get in. Houthis attacking destroyers, that did come out. Houthis saying they did it. Houthis like saying they attacked destroyers. Navy saying that we ain't take a damn scratch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and on this one, I'm going to go ahead and believe the Navy. I don't think we took a scratch. But shout out to the destroyers out there holding it down.
Holding it down. Yep.
You know, you got the names of those destroyers?
Spruance.
Yeah, the Spruance is one.
Yeah.
The Stockdale, the other one. Yeah, so shout out to the Spruance and the Stockdale. That's kind of old. It's kind of old, but you know, it's always still good news.
Yeah.
Not so good. Well, not good news at all is the suicide list for DOD. In calendar year 2023, 523 service members died by suicide, which is more than the 493 of last year. The total force rate of suicide deaths for 100,000 service members was 9% higher than in 2022. And if you don't know, you know, we get the report a year after. So this is, you know, 2023 report is in 2024. Active component suicide rates have gradually increased since 2011. Yeah, 2011. So, yeah. Never want to hear that.
Yeah, never. Hey, this right here, man, kind of hits a little bit because for me, man, I don't mess around with this stuff. If someone says the wrong thing, I'm sending you to medical. I'm sending you to where you need to go, right? And some people think, oh, I'm over the top. Nah, I'm not over the top. This is what's going to happen. If you bring this up around me, you're going to get seen by somebody.
Yeah.
But this is why you go and get seen by somebody. These numbers are going up every year since I think 2011, I think it said. It's going up every year. So don't take this shit kindly. Don't take it lightly. Don't say, oh, here they go again. No, fuck that. Send them to get help they need, man, because you don't know. You're not a doctor. You're not this. You're not that. Send people to get help, man, regardless of what your thought process is, regardless of what your beliefs are. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Send people to get help.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't say it better than that, man.
Yeah.
Rest well to Sergeant Sarah Roke, I want to say. I don't know if it's Roke or, I'm going to say Roke. Maybe somebody correct me. But yeah, rest well to her. A big, dark, nasty story that I don't even want to get into. What bothers me the most, right? So they found, you know, I think the suspect has been found and, you know, all this stuff in charge, a whole bunch of stuff, right? But what bothers me here is that why do we keep killing each other? You know? And a lot of these stories be like Army stories, but I'm not even getting into like the branch. Why are service members killing each other, bro?
I don't know, man.
I know like we got scumbags that come from regular world to the military world, but damn, like we sign up to serve, we sign up to protect our country. Like we should at least be protecting the person right next to us as well.
It's sad, man. This stuff going on, man. It's pretty freaking sad, man. And to be honest, we know a lot of things goes on in the world, and we see like, damn, how somebody can do that. So I'm not surprised it's happening, but I'm like you though, man. Like this is somebody that can go to war with, that can protect my six. You know what I mean? And things like that, man. Like it's kind of crazy to even think, you know, that the person I work with every day closely, that I can go out there and take their lives, man. And we don't know the background. We don't know the whole stories. We don't know any of that stuff. They're just straight up the things that me and Dumbo been doing this podcast for a long time now, 4 long years. And we see stories like this all the time. Like all the time we seeing these stories. And it's kind of every time we hear one, I know I hear one, and it kind of takes me back a little bit, man. Like, why are we doing this? And where are we at in the world right now that's okay? You know what I mean? That's okay to do. So it's crazy, man.
Yeah. And some of these things are happening on the basis, like on the military installation. You know what I mean? Like, I just, it's unbelievable, man. Like, I never had no thoughts. We got chased around like the barracks before by like, you know, a service member. But I wasn't getting chased, but I was running because I was with somebody that was
running.
You know, and it was my boy. He was running from like his girl. You know, they had a toxic like relationship, but I was running and trying to stop her at the same time. Like, we would duck behind a dumpster, then I would come out like, hey, look, like, chill out. Like he's sorry. Like, you know, just try to get my boy out of there. It was bad. But like, I don't think if she would have caught him, she would have like, who knows? But I don't think she was going to stab. She had a knife. I don't think she was going to stab him. You know what I mean? Like, she didn't stab me, you know, but again, like, that's just a funny story from being a young sailor, but this is a serious matter, man. Like this shit is crazy. We need to stop. Another serious matter that I didn't know was as serious as it is, blame me for my ignorance. Like, I was going to just jokingly say, like, rest in peace to AFFF. But no, get AFFF the fuck out of here. Like, ain't no rest in peace for AFFF. Like, AFFF been like fucking people over, bro. It's funny. Like, I honestly, for the listeners, I naturally think like I'm a curse less on a pod just because it don't even feel the same no more. Like, I feel like I'm growing out of using profanity. Like, it don't even roll out right no more. But and maybe it's because I don't drink that much no more. You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sober. Like, I put the plug in a jug. You know what I'm saying? But hey, so the AFFF, while everybody complaining about they chain of command, the AFFF is really what's been toxic on these motherfucking ships this whole fucking time, bro. All right, those felt natural, but hey, but it's saying that AFFF could cause tumor and so this report I'm looking at from Stars and Stripes or whatever, it says AFFF could cause tumors, right? But then when it's lawsuits right now about AFFF causing cancer, bro. You know, and they call these like forever chemicals. So like, you never know when this shit pop up on you, right? But it says liver, testicles, breast, pancreas. You know, so AFFF has been replaced, phased out. I think it's probably a couple places with it left, but for the most part, they got rid of AFFF in most places. Man, that's crazy. It's like PFAS is PFAS, a class of chemicals linked to increased risk of tumors. Like I said, liver, testicles, breast, pancreas, in accordance with the American Cancer Society. Bro.
Yeah.
How many times you been like in AFFF, bro?
Bro, hey, look, man. So I haven't been like for years and years and years, man. We know the AFFF is bad for you. Like, no shit. Like, I've known this shit for years and years and years. But until you posted this article and I thought about it for a few minutes, man, like just a few minutes. Do you guys know I had a freaking tumor the size of a freaking softball, man? That they had to cut out part of my freaking intestines for. Right? And I never linked this up. I never even like thought about it like this until I read this article. I'm like, damn, that could have been what fucking happened to me.
Damn, AFFF, man.
AFFF got me, man. AFFF tried to take your boy out the game, man.
We laughing, but this shit probably true, bro.
Yeah,
like,
man. For real, man. Like,
get on that class action, man.
Yeah, wait, bullshit. And then on top of that, man, like you said, they getting away from it. Man, out there, every ship in the fleet still got AFFF.
That's what I was thinking, right?
Yeah, they got rid of this stuff from a factory that's over there. They got rid of the last of it, shipyard or whatever. But damn near every ship in the Navy got AFFF.
I think by 26, though. I think by 26.
Yeah.
Like, all of it got to go.
And then they come in, oh, we making it better. Get rid of that shit, man.
It's a new joint. I don't got the name of the new joint. It's in one of the articles, but
trying to change the percentages and shit. Fuck all that. Get rid of that shit.
Man. It's time to get rid of AFFF. All that shit we've been learning about AFFF. That shit smell like it caused cancer, bro. AFFF, that shit smell like it caused. I feel like I've had AFFF like on my hands before, bro.
Bro, hands, nose, taste it. All type of shit, bro. I've been in the fight on that AFFF shit, bro. Like, look, and my guys know it too, man. We got there shooting for man. AFFF, that stuff getting all in their face, man. But the difference in now and then, they go straight to medical, though. That shit get on them now, man. They trying to get that shit documented. Me, back in the day, man, I used to be still in the fight, man. Like, cool, right? I got AFFF all over me. Yeah. Welcome to being a damage control man. Yeah.
That shit just seeping into your testicles, cooking
my ass from the inside, bro.
Seeping into your livers, bro. Man. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Hey, so hopefully they do away with that shit. Speaking on doing away or getting away with shit, Navy Fed back up in some bullshit, man. Navy Fed is back up in some BS, man. Navy Fed fined $95 million for illegal overdraft fees. We don't even got to pull an article up to know that that's most likely true. That's most likely true, man.
Yeah, man.
Navy Fed back up on some bullshit, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I wish I could tell you I was surprised, but Navy Federal been lately, man, been in the news, man. They've been in the news a little bit, man. Yep. I like you, Navy Fed, sometimes, bro, but you guys be on some bullshit though sometimes, man. Navy
Fed like Old Faithful, man. Like it's always there, bro. Like that's the reason why I can't go away from Navy Fed. I respect it too much, and we got a long enough relationship. Navy Fed like that toxic like relationship, the couple that's just y'all just together, like but the flame then burned out a couple years ago. Like I would have been left y'all asses. I didn't even get a home loan through y'all, Navy Fed. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really rock with y'all like that. But y'all done held me down when I needed y'all the most.
Yeah.
And, and they got some good stuff that I never, I can't do away with. But it's kind of old. It's kind of over, Navy Fed.
Yeah, but I tell you what, Navy Federal, I was in there yesterday, doing some shit with you guys, some business stuff with you guys, man. And I found out, man, you guys doing every damn thing online now, man. Like everything, you go up in there, no, we don't do this no more. It got to be done online. Come on, man, I'm up in here. You got like 8 freaking people back there in little offices. You can't tell me they can freaking holler at your boy? Nah, you got to do that online now.
That's the worst shit ever, bro.
Yeah, man.
When you're in a place and they tell you, like you telling me I have to leave here to get something done?
It's crazy,
like,
man.
That's crazy. I was somewhere like recently that happened. Like, yo, no, you can't get that from here. You go online. I'm like, I'm here. Like, just give me the thing, bro.
Yeah.
I don't even want to get into Veterans United. We've been trying to get in contact with Veterans United forever. And like, even when you call them, bro, it's a 40-minute. I was on a phone call for like 40 minutes just for them to hang up and say like, hey, we sorry that we can't help you. And all I was asking for was a customer. Like the automated thing just thinks it can help. I'm like, hey, can I get customer? They like, anything that, a human can do, I'm able to do. I'm like, you can't fucking help. Tell me what you're talking about. Give me the subject. Okay, I'm gonna give you the subject. Are you gonna get me the customer? So then you give them the subject. Then they try to help. Like, no, I need a customer service rep. That bothers me a lot. I ain't gonna get into it because I got somewhere that I need to go after this.
Yeah.
Chief caught stealing. Right. I don't like, and that's ain't even really nothing to, get into too much, man. But like,
come on, man.
It says Chief stealing military equipment, selling it online. So like night vision goggles and shit. But
yeah. Hey, man, you know what I think, man, about, shit happens, right? Like people are out there doing stuff in the world too, man. People doing stuff, stealing stuff, selling stuff, all this stuff. But I feel like soon as you, as a chief, get caught in a leadership position, we got to get you up out of there, man.
This is real. We don't want you here. You're not a leader. You're not a leader. We don't want you here, brother. Matter of fact, you're not even a brother. You can keep moving.
For real though, right, man? Like, how much respect that you, like, say, Dumbo, this chief worked for you. How much you have to do as a leader now to protect, the leadership style. Like, ain't nobody respecting this dude no more, man.
Yeah.
It's over with, man. Your respect level is over with, man. Like, how are you going to stand in front of me and tell me to go do something when I know you done stole some vision goggles or whatever the hell, night vision goggles that you done stole and trying to sell them for profit, bro?
Yeah.
Get up out of here. You can't even talk to me no more, man.
Yeah, but like a lot of people in the Navy, right? They'll be trying to take ownership where they do like the wrong thing. Like if you talk to them, they got like a story or whatever. So it's always funny to ask somebody like, hey, and this ain't Command Senior Chief talking, this is Damo, right? But it's always funny, right? When you ask like somebody like what they did, like, yo, like why you do it, man? Did they come up with like some bullshit? Man, like the command was just fucking me, man. I really did it just to take it out on the chain of command. It's fucking toxic. You know what I mean? So I wanted to get caught.
Hey, bro. Man, that shit been sitting on the shelves, man, about 3 years, man. I just grabbed them, man. They've been there forever, man. Ain't nobody using them, so, I just went ahead and took them.
When I worked at Wendy's, I used to try to justify why I was adding extra bacon and not charging myself for it. Man, they giving me minimum wage, man. I'm going to take these extra strips of bacon. But, I already know how people be in the Navy. They don't want to take no ownership, bro. Blame the chain of command or lack of training. I ain't know. I thought lack of training is always the thing you blame. Like, I ain't know. You knew, man. You know you can't steal night vision fucking goggles and sell them on the black market, man. That's $20,000. Like, come on, you can't all right. Yo, so I was reading an article, man, and these people, I don't know what happened to Sarah Sicard. We need Sarah Sicard back, please, because whoever writing these articles now, they going crazy with it. You know what I mean? The headline says, Marine recruit says, nah to rah.
This is real. We don't want you here. You're not a leader. You're not a leader. We don't want you here, brother. Matter of fact, you're not even a brother. You can keep moving.
Bro, I did that by mistake. I didn't even mean to do that.
Hey, bro, it's not even about what's in the article, man. We're talking about from nah to raw. That shit's so fucking funny, man.
It's nah to raw. Hey, what's wrong with y'all,
man? Riley. Hey, Saduric. Come on, man. I don't know if I'm saying you're right.
We need Riley on the pod, man.
You out of control for this.
They laid all them people off, Riley. You take Riley to take. I'm looking at Riley right now. Yo, we need you on the pod, dog. I see you, man. Where you at, man? Nah, the rod is crazy, bro.
Oh man.
Look, we ain't even got to go through the article.
Yeah, nah.
We can move on. We ain't even got to go through the article.
No.
Nah to Rob.
Nah to Rob, man. That's crazy, man.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, man, the word change, man, it got to me, man. I was at this, and I don't want to get too in depth in what I was doing, man, but I was talking to some sailors, man, in front of some more sailors, and the sailors been getting in trouble a lot, right? And then so I asked the question, like, do you want to stay in you always ask that general question, do you want to stay in the Navy? And yeah, I want to stay in the Navy. I love it here. I love all this. But you've been getting in trouble wherever you've been getting in trouble. You move work centers, you move here, you move there, you're getting in trouble. Yeah. Right? So I asked them, so you don't want to change though. So when I said about the change, the thing came up, ain't nothing going to change me. I'm who I am. It's where I came from. This is who I'm going to be. But then I came back to the question, so do you want to be in the Navy? You said yes.
Yeah.
So if you're not going to change, why I want to keep you in the Navy? And I want to know your thought process just off the top of that, man. Like,
that's easy.
Go ahead.
How old is the person?
Young. Maybe.
So they think they're going to live forever right now. That's all.
Yeah.
That's it. When you're that age, you think you're going to live forever. You think you're never going to change. You think you're never going to do certain things. Remember a certain age, we never thought we would kiss a girl? Like how nasty it was to just give a girl a kiss? Like, I'm never kissing a girl. Outside of anything else that as you grow up, you get more mature and you all them other like fetishes and I can't only get into that. But where's my head at right now? You know what I mean? Hey, but you don't like, you don't stay the same. You just don't. You meet a lady. I remember when I met like me personally, like I was always like, I'm gonna hold you to your word. I'm gonna hold you to shit. Like boom, boom, boom. Man, when I started dating Angeline, like something happened. She didn't do something she said she was gonna do. And like I was more my normal self, like, no, all you got is like my Scarface, all you got is your word and your balls and you don't break them or whatever. And she was like, well, I changed my mind. And I'm like, oh shit. Like people could change their minds. Like I didn't even know that. Like I always thought like if you do something, you gotta hold yourself to what you say you're gonna do forever. Like you gotta be about your word. Like so like that changed me, right? Certain things that had to do with health changed me. Certain things that got to do with aging changes you. Certain things that, I was like this dude, he was going through Chiefs season. Shout out to him too, good dude. But he said, and it's like one of those historic lines now, every Chiefs season, somebody got like a line that just lived forever. But like he said, he going to give it 110%. And I like, in the inside, I kind of cringed because he was talking about his approach to work. And for y'all who think like that, like I never knock how people think. I just can't think that way. I don't think I have 110% for work. I don't think I have that of myself. Before I got to CPAP, I always tell people before I got to CPAP, I was waking up at like 82%. I didn't even have 100% in the morning. You know what I mean? Then I ain't have an AC in my car. I was down to 79 by the time I get to work. So you're going to get this strong 66 that I have. I'm going to give it my all, but I don't have 100. Then you still got family. You still got kids. You still got other things you got to do. So, but when I was a E1, I was like, yo, I'm going to get this shit 150%. You know what I mean? That was my thought process as the E1. So things change over time. This seller, wherever you are, wherever you from, you don't get return. And that shit, man, Damon, I'm a little passionate about it, but you don't get returns back from where you from. You don't know that yet because you ain't been in the Navy long enough to not see those returns. Them shits don't come back. The neighborhood don't give you nothing back, ever. You know what I mean? Unless you get the fuck out the Navy and you go back through that same cycle of that neighborhood that you didn't want to go back to and you see that shit happen to you. So outside of that, the more you leave, the more you see that shit stays exactly the same. Don't nothing grow with you. My homies I talked about my homies the last spot. I got really good dudes. But my neighborhood, that shit ain't changed. Right? I mean, now it's like people done bought it out and they changing and all that stuff. But outside of that, the neighborhood ain't really changed that much. You know what I mean? Like it's the same people, same places. People done died in those houses that they never owned. You know what I mean? Like, and again, it ain't a knock to people that don't own their houses, but that's the type of world you kind of living in, the world you represent, and the world you talking about going back to is no fucking returns. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to say drink the Kool-Aid because you don't got to, I never drank any Kool-Aid, right?
Yeah.
But understand that you're in a place where you represent, first of all, you could represent the greater good of your family and the generations that come from your family. But then you also represent somebody that's from a place like where you from. You represent a type of sailor. And you could be a shining beacon light for that type of sailor if you adjust your ways and understand where you are and what you can do, bro. And that's my motivation.
Yeah.
Damon?
Yeah.
My motivation is the sailors that come after me that's from where I'm from. Not necessarily look like me, but grew up in the conditions that I grew up in. And I want to show y'all, and I want them to want the fucking world of wherever they go. They could get out the Navy and go work at auto part place, right? But work there to go own it. Work there to make it better. Like, I'm done.
Yeah. I'm with you, man. Dumbo dropping them damn gems, man. Dumbo dropping gems on you guys, man. And then on top of the change thing too, though, man, like one other thing is, it's not necessarily you changing who you are. Maybe it's just a little tweak. Maybe it's just changing your approach. Maybe whatever the case may be. But you can't continue to take L's and freaking thinking somebody gonna continue to let you take L's or let you keep effing up or whatever the case. It just can't happen like that. We can't just keep letting this happen and think it's okay. So, and change can be a whole lot of things, right? We talking about sailors that right now that's like getting in. Well, I was talking about sailors that's kind of like getting in trouble, and you think you're gonna keep doing it, you don't want to change, right? But that change is life, man.
Yeah, bro.
Change is life.
Read the laws of power. look at anybody you idolize. Anybody you idolize. Like we could go to gangsters. We could go to like hip hop artists. We go whatever. Anybody you idolize, those cartel members and all of that stuff. Trust me, those dudes know how to go into rooms when they want to negotiate deals and things like that. Let's go Big Meech. Let's go Black Mafia family. Big Meech and them knew how to talk to politicians and stuff like that. Let's go your favorite music artist who has to go sit down at a damn table every now and then and have a meeting about the contract and a meeting about next steps. You know, who ain't changing? Who's not changing? You know, who? I don't know nobody that's not changing. You know, I know people that decided that they wasn't going to change, or like Kanye, for instance. Kanye decided later after success that no, I'm gonna just be me no matter what. And look where he at now. He got to do his own thing. He on an island, you know. And I'm not saying that's bad, but that's normally what happens. But he didn't do that when he first came out. Like he had a lot of pride. He brought a lot of Kanye to the world, but he also knew it was a system. You know what I mean? Like it's a system. You know, you don't gotta let the system work you. You can work the system. You can make impact into the system. I don't go nowhere and let the system work me, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not letting those systems work me. But I'm gonna go somewhere and I'm like change that's a two-way street, bro. Like I could change a place. You know what I mean? I can change a place. You know, if for the young seller, I can change a place. You can change a place. You know what I mean? And that takes effort. You know, not making change takes no fucking effort. You know what I mean?
Zero.
So, like you said, if you don't want to do none of that, then what you in it for?
Yeah. That's my only take too. What you in it for, man? Yeah. All right, Delmo. I got one more question for you, man.
I hope I got all my thoughts off on that, bro. Like
you did, man. You got them off on that. You hit them. You hit them where I thought you was gonna go with it anyway. I knew you was gonna go there. The world want to know this though, Delmo. Not just me, man. The world want to know what's your weekly. I'm not talking about quarterly. I'm not talking about 6 months out, year out.
Yeah.
What's your weekly approach, man? Your weekly approach.
Hey, bro. So it's kind of new, right? Is that okay? That is kind of new?
Yeah. Most definitely.
It's really new. Like, so we talked to Desmond Walker. We had Commander Walker on our podcast, right? Bro, maybe you heard this before, but this was the first time I ever I heard this. Somebody in one of the comments said, hey, he was my XO on a Bainbridge, something like somewhere he was their XO. And they said this, I love how he always made me feel like I was the only person in the Navy. That shit there inspired me, bro. I never heard no shit like that before. I never heard like that context projected like that before. So my goal, bro, is to make anybody I deal with feel like first they the only person in the room, but also like I want my sellers to feel like they the only people in the Navy when they dealing with me, bro. That's like my thing. You know, that's like, and I'm conscious about that. Like, yo, I want this person to feel like they the only person in the Navy. You know, it's really new. It's as new as the episode that we did with Commander Walker.
That's good, man. That's great. And I respect that every time, man. But you know, that approach also, man, is kind of like you just heard that, but I also think you've been doing it forever also. Yeah. Right? Like when you think about it, right? Yeah.
I was about to say that.
Yeah. That's kind of the approach, you know, without saying, because I'm here to tell you, man, like, but you as a leader, you know how that makes somebody feel too, though. Right? When it's somebody dealing with you, when you talking with them, you don't want to be spaced out. You want to be in the conversation. You want to be like, you know, in tune, know something about them. They know something about you by the end of the conversation. All type of stuff that we think about when we having these conversations with sailors. So, man, but when somebody put it in words like that, man, it do take you back and make you think for a second like, wow, that's deep. You know what I mean? That's deep, man.
Yeah. Because before then, my thought process was to kind of work for. It's kind of why I always felt like we did the pod, but it was to kind of work for me, to work for the junior sailor version of myself. To represent and work for that person, right? So I don't do it for even a pod. Like I'm not doing it for like shit bags. Like some of these conversations ain't for shit bags. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't mean sellers that don't want to do better, that ain't identified. Talk about sellers that just don't care. Like some of these conversations ain't for you. So if you a seller that just don't care, I'm sorry, but a lot of these ain't for you. It's for a seller that cares, that wants to do good, that might go up against some adversity, that that's just looking for some direction and just looking for somebody that's senior that they can relate to. You know what I mean? So that's it, though. I'm gonna shut up.
Yeah. So, man, you know what? My approach, man, goes back to me when I was a junior sailor. When it comes to preparation, man. Right? That's kind of like my whole thing is, man. I talk to sailors about it all the time because I don't have to do as much prep stuff that I used to do, but I used to try to thrive on having the week ready.
Yeah.
And that was kind of my approach to like, okay, what maintenance we gonna do? What admin I need to get done? I try to do that the week prior so I know on Monday. Cause I used to hate sitting around, come in there and we make it up work as we go. I used to hate that. And I will know shit right now. This today, Damon. If I go in there, there ain't nothing going on, why these sailors here? I'm asking those questions to leadership.
Yeah,
if I go into a space. Like why are they here right now? Why they here? They ain't got nothing to do? Like what's going on? Why you still got them here? Don't be coming up with this shit. But I ask these questions in the morning too though. What's the plan for the day? I know the week prior. Like what are we doing now for next week? Like Friday come around, I'm asking these questions. Like I'm asking these questions on Thursday. You know what I mean? Like what's going on for next week? What we got going on? And that's just for sailors to be prepared because I think when you think about it as a whole organization, people like a person with a plan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you don't have a plan, it's hard to jump behind them. It's hard to get in line with them and things like that if you don't have a plan. So I try to tell my sailors that's underneath me to have a plan so your junior sailors will follow you.
Yeah.
So they won't be knocking on my door asking me questions, right? So I'm trying to get ahead of all this stuff. You know what I mean? Ahead of time. So that's kind of my approach, man. And I have a whole lot of other things I may go through, but I most definitely used to hate the fact that we wasn't prepared, for the junior sailors when it comes to getting stuff done. Because junior sailors want couple things they want. One is getting off work. Once knowing what they have to work for that day, knowing the why, and why am I still here right now? And I don't want them coming to ask me why they still here if they ain't got no work to do. Sailors will work, people. Sailors will work. Right? But they have to have a plan. They got to know what they're working on. They got to know why they're working on it. Right? If they don't know all those things, that's when you get those headaches. Like, man, why they talking about this? Why they talking about that? Because you don't have a plan. You're not prepared for them. So that's my take, man.
Hey, bro, why you brought that up, it made me think I'm very heavy on communications too. Like I'm very heavy on communicating. Like I get so frustrated when I like put something out and then I found out like it ain't get put out right or like people don't know about it. And a lot of times, like we already know a lot of times, like you gotta hit the sellers like through like 6 different, avenues, shit thing been put out. But it's like, so communications and like correspondences, like recently one of my sellers came up and because I was asking about like the progress on like a shit they routed. They was like, somebody was like, yeah, they said they waiting on you. I'm like, it ain't no way. I'm like, it ain't no way this seller waiting on me. So, we talking to the seller, boom, boom, boom. We having a whole conversation. I feel like bad. I'm like, it's no way. I can't find this photo, boom, boom. Like, none. So he leaves and I talk to the chiefs. I'm like, yo, I think he got the folder. Like, I'm like, I'm almost sure, so he wound up coming. Like I saw him a couple days later. He's like, man, I fucked around and found the folder. Of course. Now mind you, he might not know how much I take to heart, like something, like somebody saying that something's with me, right? And I don't take it to heart like against him, but I take it to heart like against me and my morals and what I stand for. Like, I don't like communication and like the quick routing of like things and stuff like that. But some of that, the reason why I say that is because like what you was talking about with the plan part, it ain't the easiest in my job no more. Because my job is like dictated by, well, first off, it's kind of dictated by, it's impacted by, let me say that, it's impacted by some things that got to do with my CO, right? Then it's also just impacted by every other thing that happens. Like anything could change the course of my, and plus I shouldn't have a really big work list anyway, right? I got like a wish list, like things I could do list, like, but like every day is new work, bro. Every day is a whole new fucking slew of shit for me to do, bro. Like every day, one email could launch a half a day of like work where it's like, damn, I can't even do, this thing. So, but I think that's good. And when I was at EMCS, that was my goal. It was to like always have like things mapped out, ready to go. I was trying to push that on my divisions. It's like hard, like, for the divisions I've been a part of, it's been kind of hard to tell them to have a list. Like that's like the worst things that they hear. Like, yo, this dude's telling us to like be organized. Like, have a list. Like,
it's crazy.
Like, this dude, I can't believe this guy wants us to be organized. Who is he? Like,
it's crazy.
Yeah, like and I used to make them run it down, and it's like, yo, y'all getting out earlier with these now. Like, it's like, I don't know, man. I like sellers, man. A work list ain't the worst thing in the world, y'all. Like, it ain't the worst thing in the world.
It's just not, man.
Ooh,
man.
I remember, I remember like one of the first classes I used to push the work list on, who always hated it, made Chief hit me up like a little later, like, yo, bro, now I understand why you used to always push these work lists. I get it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just easy. Like, it tells us, it's a cheat code. Yeah. Do better, baby. Do better.
Woo, man, we're going to start out with my do better, man.
We got a listener do better, but it's not.
Okay,
really,
let's do it.
It's not a do better, though. So the listener do better says, finding a standard way to help sellers when dependent has a regular exceptional medical event. It says, like, an example, my last command, I was recruiting and had my second child. He was born premature, spent 3 weeks in the hospital. Back then, I only got 2 weeks of paternity leave and had to use another week of regular leave because he was still in the hospital. My chain of command knew my son was in the hospital and knew he was staying past my paternity leave because they approved using actual leave time. With my current command, my wife had surgery that had 6 to 8 week recovery time. My command is letting me work from home for 4 weeks. And if need be, I could take more time. Granted, I'm a pre-com and there's not much for me to do, especially as a QM with no ship. But I'm thinking, would this still be possible if I was on a regular operating ship? I'm going to say this based off my own experience. I think that most chains of commands will take care of you. Based off my own experience, most chains of commands that I've been a part of will find a way to take care of you when you got some excruciating medical event happening, whether with you or your family. Now, where like it start getting to be like a little bit of a pull is how long is it happening? Because depending on how long it's happening, they might want to do something more official, like HUM's paperwork or something else, but still to take care of you. But it's like, all right, we need to kind of like do something better for this seller versus just phone mustering or like, something like that. But based off what I've seen, Damon, they'll take care of you.
Yeah, I mean, I think this whole thing, same way with you, they'll take care of you. And also, this right here, which we talking about, is always going to be about the command and the op tempo and what's going on. So it's always going to be by the circumstance, right? Yeah. So it's going to be different all the time. So I don't think we can put nothing in writing on this. I just think it's going to go by the command taken care of. You want the CO to know what's going on and let him or her be able to take care of the situation. And I think that's where this comes from.
Yeah. So that's the listeners. I got one. Mine's probably quick. It says, where are all the resources for human factors councils? I saw one. It was a ComNav Air for instruction. And that, like, so the Cultural Champion Network, and this kind of in the weeds, right? But the Cultural Champion Network reference guide tells me that it's resources for human factors. And I'm not seeing a lot. So it's just scarce. So if we got like a place like where we could socially share like different human factors, like things that we do, plans and stuff that we do, please share. A lot of people say they doing all this stuff, man. And then when you ask them to share the work, like people don't be wanting to give it up, man. I'm dealing with something now where I asked somebody for something and they ain't sent it yet. So I was like, I got to do it. Or did you just say that at the meeting, man? Like, yeah, my command does, but my command finds ways to incorporate. Oh yeah, you do. All right, well, let me see the paperwork so I can like copy because I want to do that here. I got you, bro. I got you, man. So Cultural Champion Network and Human Factors. Do we still got to do it? That's another thing because we wrote out Culture of Excellence 2.0. Is Human Factors? I know it was a major part of Culture of Excellence 2. The first one. Is it still a major part? Like, if so, where did we move certain resources to? Things just don't seem to be in the place that they are, and that's the same thing for this Commander's Risk Mitigation dashboard that I've been trying to get access to for like the last 4 months, and they keep telling me I don't got access. I even went as far as emailing somebody, and they like, yo, yeah, we got you. Then they forward that to somebody, yo, hook them up, and I still don't have access. So I'm just trying to figure out what's going on, man. Not even do better, just what's going on. Human Factors, if you out there and you know you got resources, you got like a way you do it, specifically for a shore installation, hit me up. Let me know. I would love to like copy your notes. And then Commander's Risk Mitigation Dashboard. I'm talking to the big wigs over there. Give me my access, man. You know what I mean? Get my commander access so we can look at this thing. It's supposed to be a good tool. I heard it don't work all the time. I heard it's like kind of like eNAFIT, but it's supposed to be a good tool, you know? So like, come on, send it to us. Let us see it. That's all I got. Do better.
Yeah, man. My do better is easy, man. I'm on an old ship, right? And we got a lot of things that's broke on an old ship. And all these parts are outdated, man. They got new systems. So anything we try to order, I ain't say everything, but some of the stuff we try to order is whole new systems in place.
Right.
So what are we to do now? Everywhere, we have called everywhere for these parts. Nothing. They don't manufacture them no more. They don't do anything. So my do better is for the Navy, we got to make a call. We got to make a call on it. You know what I mean?
Nick?
Yeah.
Call St. Nick?
Call somebody, man, because we can't fix it. If we can't get the parts to fix it, how the hell we gonna fix it? We can't manufacture this stuff, right? So if I have it, they don't make them no more. They got a new system in place. Give us the new system. Take all, and it's a lot, right? We talking about. I don't care. It's CO2 fixed flooding, right? This stuff been on the ship since the ship was commissioned 50 years ago. It's starting to freaking break. If it's breaking, we order new shit. They don't make it no more. So bring in the new shit. Now, with that being said, if the ship too old, we may decommission it. They don't want to fix it. Let's retire it in place. Let's say we done with it. We retire it in place. Don't have us cash repping it, doing all this crazy shit, knowing ain't nothing can be done about it. We have ran into and I'm big on running stuff to the ground. We have ran this shit to the ground. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a wrap. We got the big wigs telling us it's done. It's over with. So what you want your boy to do, man? You know what I mean? Let's get better right here, man. Let's do better on this, man. We got to figure this stuff out, man. Like, I got mitigations, right? I can put something else in place outside the door to do whatever this thing do to help out. Whatever that is, I can do a TSO on it and do whatever. But, let us know though, man. Don't have us out here, searching and we already know this shit can't be fixed. You know what I mean? So we need to do better when it gets to them this old stuff that we can retire in place. Let's just retire this shit in place. That's all I got, man. That's my do better, man. World, holla at your boy, man. You guys out there, these old ships, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean, man. Let us know.
Do better. Book of the week. This one that I read a while ago, y'all. Finally finished it and back to share what I think about it. I gave it a lot of shit over time, man. The Last Stand of the 10 Cash Sellers, man. It's one of those books. If I say it clear, y'all, it's The Last Stand of the 10 Cash Sellers, right? It's just one of those books that people act like it's mandatory. You read it for the like some type of leadership position type situation. So I finally read it. Like I look, David, look, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna be a senior enlisted leader. I have to read The Last Stand of the Tin Can Sellers just because, you know what I mean? I read it now. It's by James Hornfisher. It wasn't it for like 75% of the book. Somehow the last 25% was just amazing. You know, it brought it all together. The last 25% was good. It was engaging, and I was able to sit through it. It took me. I've been reading this book all year. You know, it's an audiobook. I always found another book to read and just let this one go. I finally finished it. It's okay. What it is they just really pull in clips of different stories from different ships. It's not like it's not structured grade. It's just they just pulling shit from different ships, different experiences, but just talking like you know the backstory, you know? You ever see a movie that just start, just like 16 movies that just start somewhere. You like, what the fuck? Now we in a different place. And yeah, Captain such and such was always a hothead and he called his guys hellhounds. And it's like, yo, where the fuck did this guy come from? Like, what? Like who's the villain? Who's the hero? You know, you kind of, but yes, so it wasn't that good. The last bit of it was really good. I like the last bit of it. I'll never read it again. I'll probably forget that I read it later in life, unless somebody does bring it up. And it ain't a knock to, I guess, James Hornfisher, who's most likely a good author. It ain't a knock to the book.
Yeah.
It just didn't fit me in my reading, my audiobook style and the shit I like to listen to. It just wasn't it for me, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. When somebody asks me about it, man, they say, man, have you read this book? And I'm be like, hey, man, my guy Dumbo read it, man, and it wasn't it, man. I can't take a year, man, and read that
Anything
thing,
you need to know about it, ask Dumbo. And I read this other book called The Whole History of the Navy, and I'll get into that like in another week.
All right, Dumbo, real quick, man. I know we about to get out of here, man. Hey, what show you watching right now, man?
Bro, it's kind of crazy. I've been so busy with the pod, to be honest with you. I think, hey, for the listeners, that's why we need a break, y'all. That's why we need a break. That I haven't really been able to watch any shows. The show that we are watching is Lioness, but we're not even really watching it. Hey, and then I watch, for the listeners, I watch Jocelyn's, for the listeners, y'all, I watch Baddies, Midwest, and Jocelyn's Cabaret, but we could keep that. We could kind of keep that quiet. You know, I be looking, if you don't know, I'm every 6 o'clock on Sunday, 1800, I'm there. Jocelyn, 2000, I'm there. Baddies, Anna, Jayla, you know, my favorite characters. That's the only shit I watch, like religiously, bro. Outside of that, is, you know, goodness, I'm having a hard time. So,
hey, man. Hey, I'm watching Cross, man. If you get a chance, take a look at it, man. Cross.
I just started it.
Hey, I started watching it, last night, I think. Mm-hmm. And bro, I watched 8 episodes, bro.
Damn. I heard it was really good.
Yeah, man, it's good. I thought it was over. Then it kept going, man. It's still not over yet, man. I'm like, oh my god, I'm about to go watch it the time I get out of here. Probably it's going, man. It's going. It's pretty good, man.
Today, I said I was gonna watch it today. I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, it's good.
If you brought it up like that, then yeah, I'm gonna check it out. My brother-in-law, who's upstairs right now, he talked about Cross. He had me started, and it started out good. So
yeah, it's good, man. It's good. Hey, man, that's it, man. Good episode, man. Hey, I'm glad to be back, man. I know we may be taking a little break, but hey, I ain't got a lot of time, so I'm gonna have to call Dumbo and Tish and say, let's do something, man.
Yeah,
we gotta do something. I gotta get something in, man. But other than that, you guys already know what it is, man. Mississippi, stand up.
Go Eagles.